Hello, monsters abound here and welcome to Robothorium, a little sci-fi dungeon crawler. It describes itself as a cyberpunk dungeon crawler. It's a bit Darkest Dungeon, but with robots. And I saw an advert for it. I was like, that looks pretty cool. And the developers were nice enough to send me a key. Goblin Studio. They're a French developer, I think. And you know what? I gave it a shot, and I actually really enjoyed it. I was like, this is brilliant. So I thought, may as well make a video of it. So we've got Sarah Simov here. Doesn't she look nice? Looks like a cyborg. Hello, sire. I'm Sarah Simov, the emissary of the rebel factions, and I'm here to help you. You need to hurry up and get out of here. Some idling robots should be lying around in this room. Go ahead and take control of 3 of them. So, we have a selection of robots to pick from. Now, these are all different classes. So we've got sort of repair one, so you can see he's more support and speed. And they also have personality. So this guy's fearful, so he gets increased resistance and regeneration. If we have a look at the war, so this guy, he's sort of an all-rounder. He's angry, so he's got more crit and speed. We've also got the Riot here. This is sort of like a defense bot, so he's got a lot of defense, he's got some support, but not much attack or speed. He's got more structure and resistance. Now, I quite like this, because I find the Riots are a good tank. I have played this a little bit, and I find this is a good tank, so we'll take him. The Scouts, I like. They're sort of debuffers. There's a lot of debuffs in this game, a lot of synergies going on and stuff. And the Scouts particularly can do a lot of damage, but it takes time to ramp up. But I like the fact that this guy he's got more shield, but also a lot more power. So I think we'll grab the Scout as well. Now we've got the Zerker. Now the Zerker he's got a lot of attack and a lot of speed, but not much defense or support. So he does a lot of damage. And this guy has got more power. So I'm wondering if maybe we take the Riot as a light tank, and then we've got these guys as damage dealers. That does mean we don't really have any healers, which could be a bit of a problem. The other option, we take the War. He does have an ability that will let us heal ourselves for damaging people, but you know what? Let's go full barrel. Let's kill all the humans. We don't need to kill all the humans, but we're going to anyway. So we're going to take the Zerker X541 as well. So we're going to take these 3. So let's start with that. So Sarah's back. You are currently located in a break tech lab. Take some time to look around. Scanning your surroundings should be an easy task for an artificial intelligence as advanced as you. You're damn right it is. So I've got a little tutorial here, so exploration. So you move around the map by basically moving from room to room to achieve the goal. So you can basically use WAD, or you can just click on the room. So we found an interactive element. We found a storage case. Let's open him up. So we found a brake tech cannon. Now we can equip this. So we go to the equipment, and there's another little tutorial. So you can actually equip different items and weapons. That means you can really. There's a lot of. As I said, there's a lot of synergies, and there's a lot of stuff going on. It can be very difficult to take it all in. You can spec your robot for a lot of speed or a lot of like defense, or sort of like try and sort of balance the two. There's a lot going on. So we can see that this weapon can be used by the Scout or the Riot. So it decreases the speed a little bit, but it is more power. So that's 31, that's 33. I'm tempted to give it to the Scout. I mean, the Scout's already 80 speed, which is fairly slow. So that would mean the Scout probably goes last. Let's give it to the Riot. We'll give it to the Riot. So that's 33. He can't use that one. I don't quite understand. Because they could both use this one. It does have a list of who can use the gun down here. So this guy is the Paladin, I think, or the Riot even. Yeah, so you can see there. That's the Riot. He is a purple one. So we could use this gun. It does more damage but less crit. Let's switch that over. He does more damage anyway, so the more damage the better. Okay, so we've got the minimap little tutorial there, so we can actually use the minimap to move around. So if we click here, we could actually click to shift around and go different locations if we wanted to. That's an option, but we've got a security camera here, so we can hack that away. And that will show us some of the rooms. And we can see a little box there, so that's stuff where we've got potential items. You've managed to discover some new rooms by hacking the security system. You'll earn special bonuses if they contain anything important. Now, you can, of course, fail. I think the tutorial, you can't fail hacking stuff. But in a normal mission, you have a % chance to succeed. And if you fail, that increases your danger. A drone, sire, it's your time to shine. But remember to always ponder the consequences of your choices. You will only be judged for your deeds. Let's hack him. Droney at your service. Group of enemies discovered. Okay, because we've discovered them, they'll be surprised when we come across them. Now we can reformat this. It's only a 65% chance, but I don't think that can fail. I think everything succeeds in the tutorial. Ah, we found some baddies. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, sire, neutralise these riflemen if you want to get out of here. So we've got a fight. There's turn-based, all that kind of good stuff. So Zerka's going to go first. We have different abilities here. So we've got a rifle shot. Everyone has this overload. Now, most abilities increase overload. So you can see 20% there. This one increases by 20%. This one by 30%. And your normal attack actually reduces your overload. If your overload hits 100%, then you're stunned for a turn. But there are different abilities, and some of the robots actually have... One of the robots particularly is a class that controls your overload, so he can reduce it and increase it on himself. He can use the overload on the enemies. He can do damage based on overload, all that kind of stuff. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but generally most robots want to try and keep it below 100% if they can. The enemies also have it, and you can, like, overload them. And they have abilities that increase overload on you. So it's sort an extra thing to sort of balance. But we're going to start off, I think. So we're going to see the Technomad Assistant goes next. And then Scouts, and then Riot. So what we're going to do is we're going to zap them. So we're going to use our inhibitor. It deals 88 damage to an enemy line. So an enemy line is enemies in a line, basically. Some abilities affect like all enemies, some bounce between enemies. This one affects a line of enemies, so we're going to use it on these guys. So that's going to reduce their resistance. So he took a little shot, but we're okay. Now, the Scout. The Scout, as I say, takes a little while to sort of do its damage. But we can use Virus Pulse to start off with, and that applies Overheat and Marked Target. Marked Target then means that if we use our normal attack, our attack bounces between the targets. And I also think it gives them a chance to shoot at them if they use an ability or an ability is used on them, I believe. So we're going to start with Virus Pulse. So that's going to actually overheat him. So his abilities... no, sorry, he generates 15% overload per turn. So just basically he will now slowly overheat. And now we've got Riot. Now, with Riot, I quite like... Well, because Scout has an ability that can like inflict other people with a debuff, what we're going to do is we're going to hit them with the Cyber Bowlers, which is going to reduce his speed. So we're going to debuff this guy with the idea that we're going to then spread that debuff to someone else. So we could actually do Weak Spot as well. So let's do that. So he's now super debuffed. Oh, don't kill him. Right, now we can use Splash Hammer. That spreads all penalties from the target enemy to a random enemy. So we can do this. So he's now got all the debuffs, which I like. That's really good. And I could stun them. Well, this will kill this one anyway. So let's do this and see if we can stun. So this ability does damage, and it's also got a 25% chance to apply stun. So we didn't stun him, but we did kill the other guy. So I'm okay with that. Okay, Zerka's going to go. Now, we have a lot of abilities on this guy, and nothing we can add. If I just check his speed, he's actually speed 20 because we slowed him down. If we use this ability, it deals 66 damage to an enemy and then bounces to one random enemy if the enemy is slower than the launcher. There's a lot going on in this game, and I do quite like that, actually. So we're going to zap him, and that's then going to bounce to the Technomad. Unfortunately, we had to kill him. The targeted analysis, I don't really like this ability because it's only got it's a 35% chance to apply Thoroi Focused, and stalk to an enemy line. Chance doubled on enemies afflicted by 1 penalty. Right. Okay, well, that's not bad if it applies to a line. Okay, let's go with the virus anyway, just because that's going to... So you can see his overload's quite high now. So we need to be a little bit careful there. But what we could do is fire bolus him. And his overload is 70. So if we use 30... 20 will be okay. So we could do that. And there we go. That was close. Good job, Si. I wasn't close. That was easy. So we pick up some items. So look at all this good stuff. Oh, and... Oh, hello. A double-barreled rifle. So, as always, you've got your normal items. They're sort of like... Yeah, so here you go. So gamma work lead. So that's common. Boring. Then we get rare blue. And, of course, then you get the mythic. And this is a mythic. Oh, this is very exciting. So that's lots of damage. So what we can do with that is if we go to equipment and we go... I think this guy can equip it. Yes, he can. So we can give our Zerker a super weapon, effectively. Because this currently does 33 damage. This is almost double that. And what I like is it changes the look of the... Look at that. He's now got big guns. And he cannot lie. We're going to keep buffing up our damage. And we're going to give a Omicron polymorphic device to him as well. So his attack's now through the freaking roof. We have some items here that use a workshop. I haven't got to a workshop yet. I haven't quite got there yet. We don't have any... How much damage does this do? Does that do actually more? Basic attack is a 15%. You know what? I think what I might do is actually switch this, because... His crit, though. It's just a good item. Because this does 67 damage. This does 62, but that reduces his speed. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to switch that over. I've changed my mind. We're going to put the weapon on here. That's going to reduce his speed a little bit. But we can then give this guy that cannon. I also think what I want to do is I don't like this protection ability. I think it might come in later, but early on it's not great. So we can actually switch out this ability for another one. So what we're going to do is... I do like corrosion. And if we want to use Scout to sort of spread these debuffs around... Let's go for corrosive... Oh, we don't have the money yet. We've only got 23. Okay, we can do that in a minute. No. Okay. Okay, feeling pretty good about this. Your robots are facing a trap. It's become too dangerous to stay here any longer. Can we hack it? That's only 30%. I'll just deactivate it. Your robots unveiled a trap. It won't be able to trigger. You certainly are talented. I know. Let's go and take out these baddies down here. Now, because we spotted them beforehand, they'll be surprised. That's why they've got this shocked face. So we're going to start off with inhibitor. You can see now it does 124 damage. Holy shit. Let's debuff this guy. And we'll bowler him. So we've currently got Stalked on us. Now that's, this ability, Stalked, is one that means that if someone damages us, they restore some of their shield. So it's quite a sort of nice ability to have. War has it. So if we'd taken the war bot, we could have used that and healed ourselves through it. Some of the other bots have heals as well. None of our current team have heals though, so we need to be a little bit careful. I've gone for all attack. On the other hand, that's probably going to work. I mean, this loaded shot does 175 damage, which would kill him instantly. In fact, it would kill everyone but this guy, I think, instantly. We could just, like, zap him. I kind of want to try and keep this guy alive for the bouncy debuffs. We could, like, just blat this guy. Jesus. Okay, now we can splash the ammo. There we go. So we spread all the debuffs to the Techno Nomad as well. And we're going to use Shockwave to see if we can stun these guys. Take a little bit of damage there, but nothing too bad. What are you on? 60. So we could use this. I mean, that's pretty devastating. We could do a bouncy one. I reckon that would probably kill. How's fast this guy? 50%, yeah, because he's shocked, I believe. Holy good God. This guy's feeling a little bit lonely now, isn't he? I think we're just gonna... Shall we shoot or shall we... let's just plague him. And we'll just shoot him. These guys tend to just do stalk. They don't tend to do much. Look at his normal gun does 124 damage. So we can do that. And there we go. I find this is actually a lot easier than my first time round, and I think it's mostly because I picked up that those couple of super guns, which means I'm now doing a huge amount of damage. Last time I picked the Riot and 2 Zerkers, and I don't think I was doing as much damage as I am now. So let's we've got talents, yes, so we can sort that out. So we've got a hat here, a Theta Titanium Visor, which is going to increase his resistance. So you can see down here, so this one's a resistance. Oh, that's shield, sorry. So that's shield, so that's your blue health bar. Resistance is the shield down here, and you have health. And this regeneration is the shield's restored at the beginning of each turn. So this will increase our shield and our regen. So we'll pop that there, like that. I don't think we've got anything particularly... What's this? Oh, it's a gadget. And it's rubbish. Not as good as the one we've got. What's this? So that's an Eta polymorphic sensor, which would increase our shield and crit. I don't know if abilities can. I don't think dots can crit, but I mean, you're already quite slow. There's only 9 extra damage. So I think I'll hold off. But now we've got talents, and also I want to switch out this. Oh, I can't. I don't have the cash. Okay, we can do talents anyway. So talents. So you've got an outer ring, and then it goes sort of in. So you have to buy, I think, 4 of these before you can then go to the next ring, and then next, and then finally the center ring, which increases speed, damage taken, all that kind of stuff. So I quite like the bouncing bowlers because it also gives it a chance to bounce to another random enemy. 50% at the 2 skill points. So we're going to go for that because I quite like that one. And then we're going to go Scout is... I quite like Pandemic because that has the chance to spread to 1 additional enemy. So you can spread it to effectively 2. Which makes that more useful. So I think we're going to get that. You can also, if you want to reset your talent points, you can spend some money to do that. You tend to end up with quite a lot of money, so 200 to respec is not an awful lot, to be honest. I do like the inhibitor. Reduce regeneration. On the other hand, the reloaded shot increases our speed, so that works quite well with the radioactive wave, because if you use because that bounces if you're faster than the enemy, and if you use the reloaded shot, then obviously that increases your speed and makes it much more likely you're going to be faster. So I'm thinking maybe if I do like the inhibitor for opening. That increases reduced regeneration, which does mean they don't heal. Let's go with that. So let's go with. We always. I like to open with the inhibitor anyway. So we'll start with that. It's a pretty devastating opener. So everyone, yeah, good. Okay, where are we going? We'll go here next. Oh, we could leave, but there's other things hanging around. So let's go and find them. What we got? A drinks vending machine. Our coin got stuck. Well, that's disappointing. And we've also increased the danger level by 25. Have we got renovation terminal? We've got increased shields. And what's in here? We've got some blue vials. Apparently yeah, that one. Acid. We found some acid, lads. Good job. Nice work. Let's leave. Let's get out of here. So you and your robots are safe here. Welcome to the secret rebel base, sire. Thanks. So we level up a bit. We've got some little bits and pieces here. So there we go. And here's the world map, so we can see missions here. We currently only got one mission, and these are the factions. Now, we haven't met these guys yet. But effectively, different... I think doing different missions and also different events during missions can make them like you or not to like you. Now, the Humanobots and the Supreme Machine don't like each other, because one's all about sort of working together and the Supreme Machine wants to kill all the humans. Cyber Rights is all about humans and cyborgs, and Robothorium don't like them because the cyborgs have a disease, and they think that, well, it doesn't matter. On the other hand, this guy's like, well, I'm going to cut them up. So, bit of a grey area. And the Chip, who apparently is... Well, I won't draw any particular links to that, but make your own assumptions. So we do have this. So we can, in between missions, we can fix up our robots. We can also equip them and all that kind of good stuff. So what is this? Is it a gadget? No. It's a top. Right. So is it better? Yes, it's literally just better. And we've got more... Oh, these handcuffs. You can't use them. Nor can you, but you can use this. A Phi brake deck proto drone. More speed. Sure, get that. We could reduce your speed. I don't know how I feel about that. That is a lot more damage, though. But you don't really... Well, you really do, actually, because you do have your gun, and that does affect marked target. You know what? Sure. It's going to reduce your speed quite significantly, but I'm okay with that. And we're going to give you the handcuffs. A little bit kinky, but that's fine. And the Zerka, I think, is all good. Yes. So, here we've got our hangar. This is our hangar. Here you will be able to buy and sell robots. However, these technological masterpieces are not what you'd call cheap. Unlike the shield of your robots, which regenerates between each mission, their structure needs to be regularly repaired in this hangar in exchange for some res. So, any damage we take to our shield is fixed anyway, but any damage we take to our health needs to be repaired between missions. I don't know if that takes time, because I haven't got there. I'm starting this on normal. The previous campaign I played was on easy, so I haven't got too far. But let's start another mission. Sire, let me introduce you to John Wint. He's the leader of the Humanobots, a cosmopolitan faction who is peacefully resisting the rule of Chancellor Jaklov. My dear sire, rather than waste time talking, how about we visit a decommissioned brake tech factory? The cosy accommodations should allow you to gauge the situation for yourself. Look what we've got here. Good old John Wint trying to preach to a new audience. Halt, have you considered the opportunity not to kill anyone on your way here? Your dreams of a quiet revolution have turned you into a sweet old man, Wint. Robots are dreaming of vengeance, and Sire will be a valuable ally for the Supreme Machine. I'm going with you. That's nice to have friends. A factory that still oozes liquefied metal and molten thorium. This is where it all began for Brake Tech, on the workbenches underneath the presses inside the tanks. Robots, weapons, chips, this is where it all comes from, and one day it will all come back. And when we return, we'll break the door down. Good to know. Okay, so we've got two options. Let's head here. Access the next sector is blocked, so we can't go north, so I just will head south. Oh, we've got a defense turret. Deactivate. Oh. Ow. Okay, we took a little bit of damage, but we're okay. We're fine. Renovation terminal. We got more shield. That's good. Can we reformat this? Oh, we stunned ourselves. Brill. Well, let's head back over here, and we're going to check this room. Oh, a robotype. Can we reconfigure it? Nope. Apparently we're not doing very well. We're stunned. We've afflicted ourselves with weakness. It's not great, and we've just found some enemies. Great. Brake Tech agents. Let's show them what kind of alloy robots are made for. I think they probably know. Okay, so we're going to start by zapping everyone. But unfortunately, Riot is currently stunned. But I think we'll be alright. So let's overload you. And I could do this, but I think it, well, no, it wouldn't kill him. Zerka is fast, so let's do that. And we do a lot of damage at the moment, which is good. Ow. Didn't feel a thing. We could shockwave them. Let's shockwave them. Okay, and let's then spread the pandemic. So only spread to one, but that's okay. Can we zap them again? That would kill 2. Let's do that. Okay, and I think we can just finish him off with a normal gun. I'm not sure why Jaklov's henchmen were hanging out in this factory, but never mind that. We should do our best to extinguish the flames of violence. Got some new items. In fact, we've got something for the Zerka, I believe. So let's have a quick look. Yes, you can tell with the purple. So that's going to increase his health and regen. And seeing as he doesn't have anything, we may as well just give him that to start off with. There we go. Right, let's go south. We've got some crates. In the beginning, robots were designed to replace humans in factories, hospitals, landfills, but then they started dreaming, thinking and feeling, and getting angry. You squeezed us to the very last drop of oil, and your chancellor is Steven Jaklov guy. Now he wants to recondition us. We're not going to go down that easy. Okay, so we've opened the next room, but I'm going to continue to just scout out. We found a patroller. We can neutralise him, we can intimidate him, or we can discuss. Neutralise. Hooray! We zapped him. We got some solution. And the Supreme Machine liked the fact that we zapped him. Good. Okay, we can go here. And we can just click there, and that'll take us to that location. Seems that this robot is not operational, but maybe you could upload yourself onto it. Expand your list of alloys, sire. You will need some to fight against biotech. Breaktech. Yeah, sure. Ah, we found a lady. Good. So, she's more of a support. She's got speed and power, which is actually a good combination for this. She's got lots of different abilities. So we'll see some of those. And she's good at sort of debuffing and buffing. Okay, let's head south. Ah, baddies. Okay, this guy's very fast. In fact, they're all very fast. Were we surprised? How far? There's 147. Jesus. They're faster than us. Okay, well, let's start by zapping them. Let's zap the back line first. Okay, now the lady she can heal and she can apply cooling. She can do damage transfer. She's got one lot of skills that are very sort of support orientated, but she can then put the mask on, which then gives us some different abilities, including deals damage to an enemy, implies charmed, conversion, each heal, and then also applies stalk to all enemies. Now this means that we heal ourselves whenever we damage the enemy, so I quite like to use this one. So if we use this, that makes everyone stalked. I think we're going to go with Cyber Bonus to try and slow these guys down a little bit. So let's go with you. And then we can Virus Pulse you. Okay, taking a little bit of damage, but not too bad. Let's zap these guys. And I could do that. Could we try and let's shockwave these guys, see if we can. Okay, we stunned one of them, that's good. Oh no, Scout overheated. Okay, let's see if we can apply weak spot to, like, this guy. We just zapped him immediately. Nice. If we take the mask off, we can give ourselves cooling and heal ourselves, so we'll do that. Can Can we slow you? Yeah, let's slow you. Oh, we killed him! Damn it! I wanted to spread my pandemic. Never mind. Okay, let's... What are you? You're just stalked. Okay, let's... The problem with Scout is that you can sometimes get to a point where you actually kill someone rather than spread your... I guess it's more... It's easier to do that on lower level enemies, whereas like higher level ones, you can quite easily spread everything. Let's just do a destroyer shot because he's quite hot. I think any ability we use will probably overheat him. So let's do that. In fact, what we could do is do Passion of the Group there. That'll increase their cooling and give them a bit of healing. So we're all topped up. We're under no threats here. Let's try and slow them down. Nicely done. And I guess we'll just mark this guy. And weak spots. He's super debuffed. He's got all the bad things. We can then maybe do an artistic performance and charm him as well, which damage taken even regenerates the shield of all enemies. So good if you've got a big tough enemy that you can pour damage into and just heal yourselves up. So the lady can definitely heal you by damaging enemies, which is quite nice. Oh, we've got some materials. Excellent. Let's gather them. All it took was a simple revolt to set things off. When the robots took the streets to demand their rights, Chancellor Jaklov ordered the purge, an unprecedented wave of repression that... Stop! Jaklov and Breaktech have joined forces to create us, and now they want to destroy us. That target on your back is part of your design, sire. It's either them or us. Okay. Good to know. Let's try and deactivate the radio-controlled autoclave. Trap dodged. Let's head this way. This way. No, not another one. Oh no. What's it do? Removes all bonuses. Could be worse. A Metabot. Count, hack, transmute. Let's try hacking it. Element discovered. Unexplored room. Okay. And looks like we found, I think, the third... Oh no. Let's try the renovation terminal. So we've got shield, drinks vending machine. We've got titanium accessories. Okay, we can't use those right yet, right this moment, but we will be eventually able to use them. Let's head up here. Ooh, renovation terminal. Damage taken. Well, that's not the end of the world. Some stuff. Let's hack that. Group of enemies discovered. Okay, we found them. Okay, that's our goal for the mission, so that's where we're going. Try this, reformat it. Oh, more experience. That's good. Let's head down. Nothing in here. Let's go and deal with these enemies then. And then we can finish off this mission. So, let's zap them. And we will apply Stalked to everyone so that we can heal ourselves up by damaging them. And let's shockwave this line. Okay, we stunned one of them. That's good. We are going to... This guy's got a lot of debuffs on him, so let's blat him with our ability, and then we can spread that to everyone else. Can we do weak shots? We could do that. Let's do that, and then let's put some cooling, because we actually overheated our Berserker because I wasn't paying attention. Oopsie daisy. It's fine. If I do... let's do bowlers. Yeah, Scout, you almost killed him. We didn't want to do that splash ammo. Now we can spread his diseases to everyone. There we go. Now once we level him up again, we can actually make sure that splash ammo spreads it to 2 people every single time. So every single time we use pandemic ammo, it'll spread to 2 different people, which means we can then start spreading it around a lot more. That's what she said. Let's use cooling on our front line as well. You are quite warm. Let's maybe just shoot someone. Shoot him. So we actually took crit reduced by 30%, critical efficiency reduced. So he's got reduced critical hits because he's got the gun that gives people random debuffs. So we can do that. We can. Oh, we spread it to everyone. This is brilliant. So we spread all of our debuffs to everyone. So everyone's super debuffed. We could... let's... How fast is this guy? 60. So we could blat him. We could do that. And we could also do like Charmed, which is probably going to... Let's do that. Just because I want Scout to get both kills. If we do this, because both these guys are marked, he should fire on both of them. There we go. Easy. And everyone's leveled up, apart from Lady, obviously. She came a little bit later. We've got some mythic legs, which are for a robot we don't have at the moment. But that's okay. Okay, well, let's just head up now, because we're right at the end of the mission. Mark, please pass the thorium caltron. Mr. Jakov will be proud of our handiwork. These break-tech engineers are reconditioning a robot. Keep your cool and let them leave, but beware, sire. Violence draws attention to us, and the last thing we need is more surveillance. One day we'll understand that violence may serve to tear down, and violence may serve to build. It's bedrock. Violence will wrest our rights from the claws of break-tech and Jakov. We can't let them win. Have mercy, we're just doing our job. Bite my shiny metal ass. You made the right choice, sire. Together we will claim the world and take it. Never forget, robots or bust. Alas, it seems I failed to convince you, but the humanobots will carry on happily without a wannabe butcher in their midst. Please just try and avoid wreaking havoc on the entire planet. No dice, Wint. Did everything work out as planned? I understand that you had a difficult choice to make. These internal wars between rebel factions shouldn't even exist. Now is the time for unity. So we get a little bit more experience. Lady levels up as well. That's good. And so there we are. So that's Robothorium. It's really good. I really like it. Tell me what you think. It's actually out on the 31st of January, so fairly soon. It's actually in early access at the moment. So if you like the look of it, want to give it a shot, it's already available. But then the actual game releases on the 31st of January. But it's already pretty complete. So that's good. I really like it. But there we go. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.